Okay, here it is, Laayoune, Western Sahara / Morocco, as some people call it here, El Ayoun. And if you ask the Moroccans, it's Moroccan territory. If you ask the Western Saharans, it's not Moroccan. But when you come into the airport, everything's Moroccan. The guy asked me why I wanted to come here. I said so I could visit Western Sahara. And he's like, oh, you think it's Western Sahara? That's funny. No. And then after a very intense scrutiny of my passport, finally got through. Also because I took some videos of the UN planes and helicopters on the runway as we're landing, which are surprisingly shitty quality for UN planes. But anyways, here we are in Place Michouan. I forget what it's called, something. The most recognizable public plaza in Laayoune. As you can tell, nice place. I'm actually pretty surprised because over all the Arab world, this is, believe it or not, the nicest public park / public plaza that I've seen so far. And I've been in the Arab world about, just closing in on 5 months now. Visited every country they're in, except for Iran, Iraq, Syria. If you want to count Afghanistan as Middle Eastern, although I do not. It's more Central Asian to me, but essentially been to everywhere on the Arabian Peninsula, Saudi Arabia, Yemen, Qatar, etc., etc. And this is by far the nicest place that I've seen, as I said, for a public park. Got a little soccer field over there. I wanted to go visit another nearby park, the I'm forgetting that name too. Should have slept more, but you'll see it in the video. The something park, which looked grand and lustrous on the Google map of Laayoune. But of course, when I got there, it was all fenced off. They had construction planned. Apparently they're in the process of building it. It's gonna be a very nice place. So it seems when it's done, according to the little posters they had on the side of the gates. I did get some footage of the construction, but nothing super crazy. So, went to Place Michouan over here, right next to the Congressional Palace. A wide open space, and I'm sure if you come here, probably at night, I'll check it out, see what it's like. A little bit more crowded, but right now it's Sunday morning, so I'm not expecting to see, you know, the whole world out here in Du Monde. But clearly, nice place. And it's only about 15 minutes from my hotel, which makes it a nice, easy walk, especially considering the fact that Laayoune is a much more amenable temperature than the other countries I've been in recently, where it's about 90 to 100 degrees every single day. Right here, last night it was like 65, and today it's probably like 70 or maybe 80. I have no connection, so I can't check, but I'm feeling nice. As you may or may not hear, coming down from a nasty cold that I caught in Egypt 2 days ago. Flew in yesterday. I fasted the entire day, the first day, and I came down with the illness. And so now I'm doing pretty well, but still a little bit stuffed up. My throat's closed up, but I think I'll survive if I stop being a bitch about it. Anyways, as you can probably see out here, yes, on the edge of the city is sand dunes, lots of sand, because it is placed squarely in the Sahara Desert. Once these cars pass, I can get up closer. And as you fly in to the city in the airport, the approach for the last like 20 minutes, as you're coming into the airport for the last 20 minutes, when you're below the cloud line, you can actually see the terrain. It is literally all just wide open, plain Saharan desert, which is pretty cool to see. But it's also a little bit odd when you come across this large settlements in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert. Kind of makes you wonder how it came about. Although, when I get back to the hotel after I have some lunch, Before I come back for the night to take some more shots, I will certainly do my research and come back to you as a more informed citizen or non-resident alien as I am now. Well, it's definitely a nice place so far. It's very chill. I remember when I first was considering coming here, Western Sahara, Morocco, as they say. I was pretty worried about, you know, it's a disputed territory. What are people gonna be like? Is it gonna be like one of those places where I gotta wash my back, guard my pockets? No, it's not like that at all. It's actually very chill. People are nice. And the nice thing about visiting these cities, where they don't have many tourists, is that people actually like to meet tourists. They're not seen as walking piles of cash and our cattle, which I mean is a pretty accurate characterization of my life, but I'm sure I can progress to a more informed state of being if I try my best. So as you can see, just walking down the avenue now, just a nice Moroccan flag. Bang, professional shot right there. And as I said before, as you can see quite well, let's get into that park over here. Nice place to hang out. It's a very, very chill place. And actually, so I'm making a list of places I want to come back to once I've finished visiting every country in the world, or if some kind of force majeure event prevents me from doing so, and I can only go back to the previously conquered destinations of conquest. This is certainly a place that I would consider coming back to because it's actually very nice in the city center, which is not super extensive, but it's a nice chill place to, you know, hang out. My Hotel Sahariano, is about 20 bucks a night. The first hotel I've been in honestly maybe 2 months that had high-speed, great Wi-Fi. And it's right next to the city center, which if you're ever trying to find the city center in one of these small places, just type in McDonald's on Google Maps and you'll see it. You'll trust me. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about if you've been through the same experience. But yeah, hotel's about 15 minutes away from everything in the city that you would want to visit. Obviously, the majority of the settlement is residential and not up to the luxurious first world standards that many people are used to. But that's just the way it is over in these countries. And the people, they still have good hearts, so that's really what matters more than where they live, because I've certainly been in some places that are much higher quality construction, so to speak, where the people are much less welcoming, and where your problems there will be much more pronounced if you go into the wrong place. Excuse me. But yeah, imagine chilling here with some... I'm not going to say that actually. Imagine just chilling here with your friends on a nice Sunday morning when it's cool and breezy out. Springtime weather, plants are blooming, desert is baking. Can't really complain, can you? Also, the girls here are very cute and friendly, so that's certainly a plus. Anyway, that's a nice little tour of the main parks and rec areas of Morocco. Seems like there's an overlook out there, so I'll walk over there and see what's going on. But for now, I think, barring the beautiful overlook, if it brings any major excitement to my life, I'll probably just call it a clip and then head over, get some lunch, even though everything is closed or has been for the past hour, and then come back at night, see if the situation has changed, if more people are out, and enjoy Laayoune for the day before I head out tomorrow. All right, so back at the Plaza El Meshwar. It's currently about 8:45 p.m. sunset time. Camera's not capturing the the shades too well, but it's very beautiful pinkish orange out here. And as you can tell, as predicted, it is much more crowded out here. It's popping now. Everybody's out. There are people over there selling stuff in stands. Lots of food like roasted corn and chickpeas, stuff like that. You can hear the call to prayer. In the Arab world, things really light up at night, so good intuition to come out here. As you can tell, much more crowded and lively than it was before. So let's do a little walk through. This one big plaza is connected to like 5 different parks, so I'm sure all of them are very full right now, but this is the main area, promenade where everybody's walking by. Makes sense, very nice place. Great place to check out the sunset. Yeah, it's a little bit better in terms of the color grading. Too bad I don't have any editorial skills when it comes to video editing, but I think you'll survive unless you're a real cultural connoisseur. And they've also set up these pay-for-play trampolines all over the sides for the kids. If I weren't such a creepy old man in my mid-20s, I would probably join the toddlers out there because I love trampolines, but I think for now I'll be okay. Anyways, seems like there's a women's and kids section over there, so I'm not even going to try to film that. Got into enough trouble already for accidentally filming women. I'm sure women with children is like accessory to murder, you know? So anyways, real nice area. The sun's going down pretty soon. The streets are much more packed in the morning. Obviously it's a lot cooler outside right now. I would say probably like low 70s, mid 70s maybe. So it's a good time to be walking around. Much better than when it's like 90 Fahrenheit. Not that it gets super high out here, but yeah, we got the amusement park, families, children, kids on the bikes and the fake cars. Real little microcosm of the Arab world out here. Beautiful place. So, as you can tell, it doesn't exactly seem like the kind of vibe you'd expect in the world's largest disputed territory. Speaking of which, I actually did some research on Laayoune before I came out here, before I posted the video. Turns out it was the hub, the colonial hub of all the colonists who came out to Morocco. And so they established it and set up some nice public places and buildings so they could manage their colonial reign over the region. And I guess since then it's been co-opted by the new Moroccan government. It took over since then. And it turned into a very beautiful place. Supposedly it's breaking in the most investment and government support out of all of these cities in the region, which is the non-touristy, you know, northern Moroccan region. Which makes sense. You have nice financial to start with. No reason to mess anything up. Anyways, I'm gonna chill here for a bit, get over this cold slowly, and walk back to the hotel, go to sleep, get up for an early flight tomorrow to Casablanca, the train to Tangier, from which I will begin my journey to Gibraltar and Europe, the North African migrant path, one of many. So, good day in Laayoune. Definitely recommend come for a weekend if you want to check out the region. And that's all for now. Sign off here.